The big story that's had everybody talking, from social media to the morning news, has been Bubba Wallace, NASCAR, and the Noose. Now, if you missed the story, here's how it all went down. Bubba Wallace, the only black NASCAR driver, has been promoting the Black Lives Matter movement and pushing NASCAR to ban the Confederate flag from its races. NASCAR agreed, and Bubba Wallace immediately faced a huge firestorm from people who felt like he was blocking their Southern heritage and racism. Then, a week after the flag was banned from the races, one of Wallace's crew members found a noose hanging in the garage where Wallace's car was parked. And so immediately, everybody was on edge, especially black people. I mean, it's a noose. You know, a noose is like the N-word of ropes. In fact, I don't even like saying the word moose because it's too close to noose. I just call it a Canadian cow. So anyway, after the noose was found, NASCAR called in the FBI to investigate if this was indeed a hate crime. And last night, the FBI announced their findings.
The FBI has determined that NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace was not the target of a hate crime. Investigators say the noose found in his garage had been there since last October, months before Wallace was assigned that stall. According to NASCAR, the rope was used to pull the garage door closed. Wallace, the sport's only black top circuit driver, says he doesn't care how long it's been there. It's still a noose.
What an emotional roller coaster. It turns out there was a noose in the garage, but it wasn't left there as a message to Bubba Wallace. It was used to close a garage door. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just relieved. I'm relieved. Because for a story involving a noose, this is the best possible outcome. It wasn't a hate crime against Bubba Wallace, and it wasn't a hoax like Jussie Smollett. Because the country didn't need any of that right now, right? I mean, we've already got police brutality videos going viral every day, protests in the streets, and on top of all of that, there's a pandemic that you think has gone away, and then it comes back with a vengeance like a virus John Wick. Now, I know there's someone out there who's probably just as relieved as I am, and that's my good friend, Roy Wood Jr. What up, Roy?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on?
For once, the FBI delivered some good news.
Good news? You must have lost your goddamn mind. Ain't no good news involving a noose.
No, come on. I don't mean like good, like Santa Claus is in town. I mean like relatively good news. You know, like from where the story started, this ending is good news.
Nah, man. A noose is never good news. That's like finding a turd in your kitchen. Like you see a turd in the kitchen, you don't care why it's there or how long the turd, who put the turd here. No, it's a turd in your kitchen and you ain't happy about it and you want that shit gone.
Yeah, but Roy, apparently there's an innocent explanation for this, right? They say that the rope was just used to close the garage door. Like they tied the end of it like a noose.
And that don't freak you out? First off, who's using a noose to close a garage door? That's like building a campfire, but you shape your campfire in the form of a cross. You can't think of a less racist way to roast marshmallows? And why that not? Why a noose knot? Of all the knots that you got a slip knot, you got a clove hitch, you got a taut line hitch, you got an alpine butterfly, but they chose a noose. A noose, bruh.
Wow, Roy, you know a lot about knots.
I was in the Boy Scouts, bruh. Birmingham, Alabama, Troop 415, 6th Avenue Baptist Church, dishonorably discharged for eating all the fundraiser popcorn, but that's another story.
Okay, look, I hear what you're saying. Like, it's pretty messed up to use a noose as the pull for your garage.
And it's backwards as hell. You telling me they still closing garages by hand? NASCAR makes billions of dollars. You telling me they can't afford no damn clicker? Bruh, you can purchase and install a garage door opener for $300. Hell, my Uncle Derek could knock it out for $150. He over in Memphis, just hit him up. And then on top of that, that's how you know, Trevor, that NASCAR doesn't have enough black people in their sport. You just got a noose just dangling and nobody saw it. Hey man, grab the murder rope and shut this garage real quick. Nobody seen nothing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Roy. You make some really good points. So okay, so then how do you respond to people who are saying that black people are just being too sensitive?
Yeah, you kind of need to be sensitive when you've had a target on your back for the last 400 years. That's why my head on the swivel at all times, man. I can't afford to let my guard down. Little kids come up on my porch for Halloween. Yeah, they might be kids dressed as ghosts. Or they could be really short members of the KKK. I ain't giving no Snickers bar to the Klan. Get your ass off my porch.
All right, Roy, so then, what do you say? Where do we go from here?
Well, first off, Trevor, everybody needs to learn how to tie a different knot. You Google that shit. Go figure that out. Secondly, NASCAR needs to give all their garages the old Noose check once over before every race. We wouldn't want any more misunderstandings.
Hey, man, speaking some truth there, Roy Wood Jr. Thank you so much for checking in, my dude. I hope you don't find any turds in your kitchen. I don't even know what that meant.
You ain't never found a turd in your... Whatever, man.
As you may know, June is Pride Month. And right now, we want to highlight charities that are making a difference for LGBTQ people of color, like the National Black Justice Coalition, which advocates for federal policies that fights against racism and homophobia. Now, if you want to help them, and you can, then please donate whatever you can. And if you'd like to support specifically here in New York, and you want to support the LGBTQ community, then what you can do is donate to the Audre Lorde Project. They help communities of color fight for their rights and organize for change. Until tomorrow, stay safe out there.